Welcome to Breakheart Orchard. Today we are putting the foot plates on our sill plates, getting ready for the delivery of our SIPS panels. Those are scheduled to come in this coming Friday. Today is Sunday. Keeping warm next to the burn barrel. I said it was just the same as a solo stove. My wife says I'm crazy. I was making a joke. But it is burn barrel. It does keep you warm on the construction site. We've got 275 feet of sill plate, which means we have 275 feet of foot plate that we have to put in. And I said when I started this process that I was going to be honest with people and share my mistakes. Well, I made some mistakes. Let's talk about a couple of the mistakes that I made. First, when you get your design set up and you've got your floor plan, you want to have it exact. You want to be exact. You can't come up with changes at the last minute and expect that you're going to be able to follow the same plans that you had for the SIPS. And what I'm saying here, what I'm talking about is, at the last minute we changed our floor plan a little bit when we started framing things out. Not tremendously, but one of the things I did was move the position of a wall just slightly to give my wife another 6 inches in the kitchen. Change the position of a pantry entry door just a little bit. Change a little bit of the position inside here on where one of the walls was, just to shift the room a little bit. Inside the house, that's not really that big of a deal, but where it becomes a big deal is where the interior walls meet the exterior walls. And the reason that's a big deal, first off, is you've already got your doors set up when you're working with a SIPS company. They're building those SIPS panels to come in almost like Legos. They go exactly where they're supposed to go. They've already got the windows cut out. They've already got the doors cut out. All that stuff is cut out, and your walls have to match exactly where they're expecting them to match. Otherwise, your door is not going to be centered in a hallway. It's going to be offset. A window in a bathroom is not going to be situated where you want it to be. I needed to make my mechanical room a little bit bigger, so I made the bathroom a little bit smaller, and what that did was make this wall meet up with the edge of where one of the windows was supposed to be. So at the last minute I realized this, and I worked with the SIPS company to get them to change my cut, and they had to do a redesign for me and come back with some shifted walls. I had to do that all the way around the house and measure and make sure everything was exactly where it was supposed to be, and make sure it was going to match up with all of the windows. Otherwise, there would have been a couple of areas where a window would have been an inch or two into a wall. That's not a good thing to discover when the SIPS panels arrive, because it's too late. That's the first thing. So know where you're going to have your design locked down, know what you're going to do, and don't make changes to it at the last minute just because. The second thing was, when I was building out the walls, I will give an example of that over here. When I was putting the sill plate in and I was building the exterior walls, I'm looking at where the walls are supposed to come to, and my expectation with the size of the wall and where the wall was going to come. What I ended up doing was notching out some of these sill plates so that the walls could sit and fit right into it, with the expectations coming right up to the SIPS panel. The problem with that is that the SIPS panel sits on top of a 2x6. These are 2x8s that have been ripped to 6.5 inches. And the sill panel is going to sit, or the SIPS panel rather, is going to sit on top of it with a little gap right here. That's almost a 1/2 inch. That's about a 1/2 inch. It's going to sit there. So it's 3/8 of an inch of OSB that sits on that as the foam rests on top of this. It's not going to be able to do that with these walls sitting right there. So what I've had to do, and I've done it on the other side where we've already put down the footer plates, is I've had to come in and cut and move the edge of this wall in by about 3/8 of an inch. Things like that happen on construction sites all the time. People move walls, people have to make adjustments. I know that's not abnormal, but it's a pain, and it's something that if you know it ahead of time, you won't make the same mistake I made. It's just slowing me down. So we're moving along. We have a week before, well, we have 5 days before the SIPS panels arrive. I plan to be ready for them and have all of these foot plates done, which means I'm going to be coming out here after work a few nights with a headlamp and working. But that's just what I'm going to have to do to get it done. I'm probably going to keep this kind of short. It's already, looks like I've got about 6 minutes, and it's just been 6 minutes of me talking, because I'm going to get back to work and knock this out and get as far as I can. By the time we've burned up all the daylight that we have left, I will be about halfway finished. It's a tedious process. We've been working hard, working together and refining the process that we're doing, so we're getting quicker at it. We're picking up speed. So I'd say another 5 hours of work, maybe 8 hours of work, and I'll have it to the point that I'm ready to have the SIPS panels arrive and start putting them up next weekend. I may shoot a little bit more video at the end of the day if I get anything interesting done. We'll see you guys next time at Break Hard Orchard. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Well, it's hard to see right now, but we got sill plate on more than half of the house. We made pretty good progress, and we worked until it was full on dark. My wife held her cell phone up because we didn't bring a flashlight with us, and she gave me enough light to finish putting the last bottom plate on, and we are more than halfway done. That cuts down what's left, so I'll be able to slip up here a couple times during the week maybe and get it done, and if not, then come Friday I'll be out here first thing in the morning while I'm waiting on the panels to arrive. That's all we got for this week. If you enjoyed it, please hit the subscribe button. It helps us out. Come on back and check us out at Break Hard Orchard. We'll see you then.